Hi, welcome back. This is the K-Lite Gamer, and here's another console overview and collection. This is the PS2. As you can see, my PS2 is a original Mark I style chunky console, not the slim version. This is the 30003 model, which I managed to pick up around about mid 2003. So it's not a launch console. But I managed to pick this up for a good price. It was used, but it was in very good condition. I don't really need to say much about the PS2 apart from it's certainly an iconic console. Again, the styling is somewhat unique in its simplicity. It's very sleek in its own way, I mean its own style. It's very Bang & Olufsen, really. That was the comment on its release anyway. Memory cards, slot in a little protective covers there for it. My model itself is quite reliable actually. It reads all the discs. The only problem I do have is the tray is a little slow sometimes to eject. But generally it's been quite a reliable console for me. The launch titles themselves, and up until probably the time that I bought it, the software catalogue in my opinion was pretty dire, to be honest. There wasn't really anything out there that actually tempted me to buy one from new. Things progressed later on, 2003, 2004, and a giant library of games came out. And I say, I've got quite a few games in my collection now. I've got about 150, 160. I have slimmed down. I did get rid of a few undesirables. I've still got a few in there. It could be, I could probably trim out. But the majority of the titles that I've picked up I will be keeping for the foreseeable future anyway. Regards controls on the PS2, there's the trusty DualShock analog controller. Just got a couple of those. Yeah, it's a decent controller. It ain't the most accurate, but it's definitely, again, it's definitely a style icon, and it's a nice controller. It's comfortable. Not necessarily the most accurate controller out there. Certainly the best one for PS2. Well, analog controls anyway. I've also got one of these as well, which I managed to pick up boxed quite a few years back. It's probably about 7 or 8 years ago, something like that. And that was the Street Fighter 25th anniversary gamepad, which is pretty much essential for 2D beat-em-ups on the PS2. I also picked up this Guncon 2 way back, and about the time that I purchased the console actually. It was going for a good price, and because there were a number of decent light gun games on the PS2, like you've got the Time Crisis series, if you can find them here. You've got Time Crisis 2 and 3. You've also got Ninja Assault. It's an okay game. It's not brilliant, Ninja Assault. You've also got the Virtua Cop Elite Edition. So there's some decent light gun games available. The majority of my collection consists of platform action and arcade style beat 'em ups and the like. Got the Devil May Cry collection. Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3. Got some 2D beat 'em ups in there, some compilations, Capcom Fighting Jam, Castlevania. Art of Fighting Anthology. Another SNK collection. We've got the Capcom collection, Volume 2. So that's a decent collection. Avoid Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1 for PAL PS2. There is no 60Hz optimization. There are no progressive scan options in there or nothing. The games run awful on Classics Collection Volume 1. Volume 2 is a completely different matter. They're pretty much perfect on Volume 2. It's just a shame about Volume 1, which is lousy. Another game that's quite hard to get hold of these days. It's not a bad game. Grimoire. It's a silly prices on eBay for that one. A top class game for PS2 is Gradius 5. Actually, I think that's still in the disc tray. It's probably the last game I played on it, which is probably about a week ago. I love that game. Gradius 5. Superb. Remember picking that up from new. Got Monster Hunter, the original release, PS2. Since then it's sort of moved on to different formats. It's currently at home on the Wii U and the 3DS. Another good game there. You got Metal Gear Solid 2 and also Metal Gear Solid 3. I managed to pick up the Subsistence pack. That was a 3-disc set. I'm sure anyone with a PS2 is familiar with that. That was in really nice condition. It's just like the discs are mint. It's got all the instruction leaflets and everything. And I managed to pick that up for about 20 odd quid. But that was a couple of years back, and since then the price of that one skyrocketed. Beat 'em ups, you got SNK. I do like the SNK beat 'em ups, if you haven't noticed already on my other collection videos. I've quite a few SNK beat 'em up collections, and King of Fighters in particular. I'm a big King of Fighters fan. Got King of Fighters 2002, 3, Maximum Impact 2, Neo Wave. King of Fighters 2000, 2001. I have to say I've got the Orochi. I did have the Orochi Saga on PS2, but I recently got rid of that because of picking up the superior version on the Wii. Also another classic game, R-Type Finals, another great shooter, horizontal again. Got a decent version of Rares. It's worth picking up if you've got a PS2 and you don't want to ship. You don't want to go for the expensive Dreamcast version. Taito Legends 2, that's a good compilation, and Taito Legends and class Taito action there. Soul Calibur 2 and 3. Soul Calibur 2 and 3. Soul Calibur 3's okay. It's got a few problems here and there with it, but generally the graphics are superb. The gameplay's probably not up to 2. Soul Calibur 2. Different versions on different systems. I've got all three of them. I've got them on Cube, Xbox, PS2. There, it's got Hayachi as the bonus character from the Tekken series. I've got Shadow of Colossus. And there's a story about Shadow of Colossus actually. I'm looking for that on release, and I managed to pick this up at a Blockbuster. And it was reduced. And what it is, they must have mispriced it. Because when I paid for it, I thought that was a good price. When I paid for it, it scanned through the Shadow of Rome, funnily enough, which I had already got. But actually, it was like less than a tenner, reduced Shadow of the Colossus, and it's the boxed complete one with the soft box, and it's got the cards in there as well, the collector's cards. That was a lucky win for me. Samurai Shodown 5. Sword of the Samurai. Not a particularly great game, Sword of the Samurai. Much prefer the Way of the Samurai series. You've got class game Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. That is a superb conversion of Virtua Fighter 4. Just avoid the bog standard Virtua Fighter 4. It wasn't really optimised very well. The display was poor on PS2. It had terrible interlacing problems. You got Tekken series, which continue from PS1 to PS2. You got Tekken Tag Tournament 4. I like 4. A lot of people didn't really like Tekken 4. I don't mind Tekken 4. Obviously Tekken 5 is superb. That's much better. But you know, all in all, Tekken 4 weren't a bad beat 'em up. Another SNK collection there. You got World Heroes Anthology. That's worth picking up if you can get that at a good price. World Heroes, it's a decent series of beat 'em ups on the Neo AES. And you go right to the Yakuza series. I remember actually picking up Yakuza on its release and thinking it was very much a poor man's Shenmue. And I still think it is. The first game itself is very much a poor man's Shenmue, but obviously things progressed with Yakuza 2. And I've grown to like them over the years, the Yakuza series, which I've also continued on with the PS3. So, all in all, it's got a fantastic software library, the PS2. Machine itself, well, it was hyped beyond belief before its release, and it had a lot to live up to. And it took a while to get off the ground, in my opinion, but all in all, it's finally made it into the greatest consoles of all time. Anyway, I hope that was entertaining for you, and thanks for viewing.